Atchison sky, he grew with faith and fire in his eyes. A quarterback's heart, a leader's way, guided his team day by day.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh, Jackson Dooley, our pride, our flame, best of us carries your name. You've shown the world
home on Saturday, taking
what
on
roots can
Nazarene,
do.
what ends up being a really big day for
Dream
Joel Osborne
fulfilled.
and his Ravens. It was a beautiful
And a heart
November day
so
on
true.
the campus of Benedictine as they look to keep that trophy in town.
Through
First
long
quarter, the
nights
high-flying offense
and
starts up as
roaring
quarterback
stands.
Jackson Dooley airs it out
He
to wide
led
receiver
with
Titan
calm
Osborne, who gets the Ravens
and
a
steady
huge first down.
hands. The records fell, yet he stayed kind, always humble with a sharp mind. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but never forget what you can do. With Pops nearby and Joey in tow, family beside him wherever he goes. The boy who once ran through our yards now writes his chapter among the stars. From high school fights to college fame, you watered the field and out of the game. And one thing's for sure, you honored our name, not for the stats or the glory or fame. Always ready to answer the call, but the way you have lifted us all. Oh, Jackson Dooley, our endless pride, from everyone's love, you still abide. A man of purpose, a life begun, forever ours, everyone's son. Oh, shine, go lead, the world's in view, we're all behind, proud and true. The boy we all raised, the man you become, forever loved, everyone's son.
Winning the moment. It's all anybody needs to be focused on. It's right now. Let's go, man! All season, when we were going through our schedules, like trying not to look ahead, right? Notice the most important game is this game. But it's the exact same mindset we have right now. The most important game is this game. The next 3 hours needs to be the best focus we have all season. 60 minutes, man. 60 minutes is what it's going to take. What are you willing to give for 60 minutes? We talked all week about being where your feet are. Winning the moment. Be where our feet are, and it's time to go. It's all anybody needs to be focused on. It's right now. Okay? The big time is where you're at.
Kickoff of August to the chill of late season November.
We know today it is Advantage Ravens. We're about to go from 16 to 8, man. Let's go.
Two programs with championship ambitions collide on the national stage. It's the Friends University Falcons and the Benedictine College Ravens.
Born with an arm and no fear. From Lawrence High, he shifted gear. Precise passes to stars like Neil. A quarterback with nerves of steel. Oh, Jackson's rise, bold and bright. A legend carved in red, black and white. From high school wins to college throne. A hero's path, he never alone. On Atchison's fields, the Ravens soared. Over 9,000 yards he poured. Touchdowns rain and records broke. Card South MVP to the words he spoke. Back to back to the Final Four. All-American forevermore. In 24 and 25 so grand. He led his team across the land. With wisdom deep and spirit strong. On that complete way he belongs. The boy we knew, now a man. Never lost as a master plan. We're all so proud of you. Boy, that time flew. But remember, Jack, we always have your back.
I'm sure up in Atchison it was a very similar thing. Plenty of wind, some rain as well up in Atchison. It was quite cold last week at Adair-Asa Stadium. All right, here we go. NAIA quarterfinal football from Wichita is officially underway. South Breeze aiding this one all the way back a yard deep in the end zone, and Benedictine choosing to return the opening kick, and a solid return up to the 25 for Benedictine. And Titan Osborne, who was able to bring it up. And that is where Benedictine starts here for today. A Benedictine College offense that is number 4 in the country, averaging 49 points per game, top 10 in total offense per game, top 7 for rushing yards per contest. Led by quarterback Jackson Dooley, the senior from Lawrence High School. Standing in pistol to open things up here for the Benedictine College Ravens. Dooley looking to air it out on the first play of the game. Has time, lobs it too tall for his target. Looking for the tight end, Tanner Zimmerman, who is quite the tight end for the Ravens. Has 10 receiving touchdowns this year, a 2-time first-teamer in the heart. And the first pass for Jackson Dooley falls incomplete. In the game against Campbellsville, Jackson Dooley was just 8 of 19 for 95 yards with an interception. It was his first pick since October 18. Guy who normally does well hanging on to the football, but the one last week ended up being an 80-yard pick 6 for Campbellsville. Dooley gives it off and right up the middle for a gain of 7 or so, but we do have a flag that is out. Benedictine on third downs this season, number 12 in the country, 46% on third downs this year. Let's see if Friends chooses to dial up the blitz. Man goes in motion, that's Zimmerman. Dooley looking that way, instead goes over the middle, and it's the guy who went in motion, came back over the middle, and Zimmerman comes up with a snag. One of many seniors here for Benedictine. It's really across the board. And that's what Benedictine football is truly all about. You bring in guys and they stick around for all 4 years. The entire offensive line filled with seniors. You have a tight end who's a senior, a wide receiver who's a senior, your QB, your tailbacks. You only have 2 individuals who aren't seniors, and that's Jojo Lagafoina And then there's Titan Osborne, who's the redshirt freshman. They turn to the ground. That's Ugorji, who finds a hole, makes a cut to the 10, and he races into the end zone for a touchdown. Benedictine on the first drive of the football game, getting a 39-yard touchdown for Xavier Ugorji. His 16th rushing touchdown on the season puts Benedictine on top first. First off, good blocking by Benedictine. And then, of course, you have a shifty tailback who is more than capable of breaking it for a TD. Over 1,200 yards on the ground this season. And the point after try for a reliable kicker, Christian Klobe, that goes through. And Benedictine draws first blood. 7-0 Benedictine, 12:29 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a step aside and be back with more on the Urban.
But first, Benedictine would have to defeat 4-seed and undefeated Friends University in Wichita, Kansas, if they wanted to advance. First quarter, Ravens strike first. Senior running back Xavier Ugorji stays on his feet. Look at the shiftiness from number 20. 39-yard touchdown run. Benedictine leads 7-0. He had 153 yards rushing today. Second quarter, 10-7 Ravens up. Senior Jackson Dooley, an absolute dart deep downfield to sophomore Titan Osborne. 49-yard touchdown, 17-7 Benedictine at the break. Third quarter, Dooley dealing again, 13-yard strike to sophomore Isaiah Haston, the converted safety. 23-7 Benedictine rolling, but back came Friends. They got a touchdown and a field goal to pull within 6, 24-18. Falcons had one final drive. They made it down to the 8-yard line, one play left. Junior corner Trey Williams gets in front of the pitch, forces the fumble, and recovers it to ice the game. Benedictine College hangs on, 24-18. The Ravens are headed back to the NAIA semifinals.
I'm just really proud of our kids for the effort they put out there today. I thought that we were physical. That showed up. We were disciplined, and we won the turnover battle. Third time in 4 years being in the quarterfinals, and now it's our second year in a row being in the semis. So I just feel like where we've built our program to, the expectation for us to be here is there, but we're putting in the work as well.
Benedictine's only defeat this season has been to Grandview, and that's who they face in the semis next Saturday in Des Moines, Iowa at noon.
I won't waste any more of your time. I want to get right into the next guest conversation with Jackson Dooley from Benedictine. Joining the show tonight, he's the field general for the Ravens offense at Benedictine College, who's coming off a massive, I repeat, massive win over the number 10 team in the country on the road. Jackson Dooley, what's up, man?
Nothing much. How are you?
Dude, excited to get you on here. It's been a minute since we talked to a representative from the Ravens over there. But after the game this week, I don't know if there was a better team or a better person, I guess, and more particular, to talk to after this week's events, man. That game was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Getting that lead early. Our defense picked 6 first drive. I mean, I didn't even see it. I was trying to warm up, trying to stay loose, first game. And the next thing you know, we're up 7-0. So that's always a good start.
That is great. And like 48-45 in my head, like if you pitch that number to someone, college football is probably not the first that comes to mind. I probably go to like JV boys basketball or like maybe even like a varsity game, somewhere along those lines. Yeah. The just magnitude of scoring that happened and how back and forth it really was, right? You guys obviously had an early lead, and we'll talk about that. Did it feel like as much of a whirlwind, as the box score kind of made it out to be? Is it just like that back and forth kind of slugfest all night?
It felt like it was definitely a game of runs, which college football tends to be. We got up early, scored a bunch, and then we didn't score for a while. Yeah. And then they scored a ton, and the next thing you know, we're losing with 4 minutes left, and you got to go win the game. So
yeah.
It went fast. It went fast for sure.
From Lawrence High, under Friday lights, you took the reins and called it right. 3-year starter, calm and clear. Turned the Lions into a force to fear. You led that squad to an 8-2 year. Playoff run with your brothers near. Over 2,000 yards, 2 automatic. On stake mention said there's something rare. You weren't the first pick on every page, yeah. But you on the huddle set the stage, yeah. Kneel out wide, the crowd in roar. You dropped that dime and asked for more. Oh, Jackson Dooley, look what you done. From everyone's kid to everyone's son. Friday nights to the Raven crown. You earned your name, you made us proud. Records fall and legends wise, but it's your heart that hits our eyes. Oh, Jackson Dooley, #1, our village pride, our champion. You walked on in at your sin with nothing to prove, just faith in your work and a quiet groove. By sophomore, yeah, you own the huddle, read the field clean, cut through the muddle. 200 yards, a game at the start, yeah. Then nearly 3 with the sharper heart, yeah. My senior year, 323, yeah. You showed the nation what you could be, yeah. Career yards, you climbed that wall. 7961, you passed them all. All-time passer in Raven black. Every throw, you had our back. 85 touchdowns in the book. 5 in Clark's house when the defense shook. Single season marks for yards and scores. You kicked down history's heavy doors. Your Hunt South Player of the Year, 13 All-American cheer, MVP in your final run. No doubt left about what you done. Whoa, Jackson Dooley, look what you've done. From everyone's kid to everyone's son. From walk-on dreams to the spotlight flames. You carved your place in the biggest games. Back-to-back semis, the Ravens fly. You left it all beneath that sky. Oh, Jackson Dooley, #1, our village pride, our champion. 4th quarter grind with the season tight. On his side, falling on a late night fight. 2-yard plunge with seconds left. Turned out in fear to joy and blood. Block fell 5 touchdowns, way from above. Friends saw D-balls cut through the buzz. Quarterfinal thrill, national stage. You wrote your lines on the playoff page. Through every win, you stayed the same. Pointed up first and praised the team. Oh, linebacks and receivers too. You always said it's not just me, it's you. Pops on the sideline and a different gym. Championship banners that inspired him. Oh, Jackson Dooley, look what you done. From Lawrence yards to the setting sun. You proved that worth and love and grace. And turn a small town kid into a name and lights in place.
All season, when we were going through our schedule, it's like trying not to look ahead, right? We always said the most important game is this game. Well, it's the exact same mindset we need to have right now. The most important game is this game. The next 3 hours needs to be the best focus we've had all season.
Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Be where our feet are, and it's time to go from 8 to 4. Let's get it right. Let's go. Ravens on 3, 1, 2, 3. Ravens!
Almighty God, we ask your blessing upon this team. Give them a spirit of fight. Lord, may you bless them in every way. May you give them the ability to lay down their lives for their brothers, to play their best game, to rely on you in all things. May you be their strength. It's another day to be great.
You keep your foot down for 60 minutes, man. Special teams be special, offense be explosive, defense be dominant. Let's go get this victory.
We are now 45 seconds away from number 3 and number 4 to help kick off the NAIA football season.
And one thing I will say, too, about Morningside's defense is when you look past the starters, there's a whole lot of not applicables typed in on our spot sheets in terms of stats. A lot of these guys didn't see a whole lot of action last year, if any at all. So Morningside's depth defensively, big question mark. And that's going to be something here early that Benedictine is going to have to take full advantage of. Make your mark early. Really move the ball down the field and get this defense that is missing some experience on their heels a little bit. If you can keep them off balance, switch up your looks consistently on that offensive side of the ball, that sets you up really well to be successful early. And then once you find that early success, keep your foot on the gas and just keep rolling through the gears. Pedal to the metal from kickoff number 1.
Tommy Thimmons to kick it off for the Mustangs. Joseph Lagafuaina, Dalton Witherspoon standing at their own 5, and we are underway. Into the end zone. Witherspoon takes it 5 yards deep, and he will take a knee. Ravens will start their drive from their own 25-yard line, led by the senior out of Lawrence, Kansas, Jackson Dooley, the Heart South Player of the Year a year ago, third-team All-American, through for 4,153 yards and 39 touchdowns. Dalton Witherspoon will be the tailback for the Ravens, 807 yards and 10 touchdowns last year. The bigger questions for Benedictine is what are we going to see from the Ravens outside? When you lose 2 dynamic playmakers in Todd and Gathright, how will they be replaced? Lagafuaina last year, 36 catches, 636 yards, 8 touchdowns, was very good in the NAIA playoffs last year.
I think another name we're going to see a lot of this year is LeBron Jackson. Only 13 receptions for 157 total yards. 2 scores for him last season. Didn't tally any stats against Morningside.
Ravens will go empty on 1st and 10. Quick hitter Tanner Zimmerman taken down at the 30-yard line by Malik Hampton. And right away, Dooley to Zimmerman.
Like we said, Zimmerman going to be somebody to watch this season in terms of the frequency of his use. And Jackson Dooley, watching tape on him this week, man, he makes quick decisions. It's usually that first, second read, and he's getting the ball out. If it's not to a receiver, it's going out of bounds. Really smart there in the backfield.
Handoff, Ugorji cuts it back up across the 35. Xavier Ugorji into Morningside territory and out of bounds. First down, Benedictine up to the Morningside 46.
And there it is, running Witherspoon and Ugorji out of the backfield at the same time. Great job again by Dooley, getting that read, sticking with the handoff to Ugorji. Waits in the backfield just a second when he plants that foot to start moving up the turf. Man, he is a hard guy to catch.
3 wide receivers for the Ravens. Dooley will throw. Just dumps it off to Witherspoon in the flat. He is wrapped up by Blake Bellamy. Short gain for Witherspoon.
And there's another good example of some of that talent coming back in the front 5 for the Ravens. Holding those blocks. You saw somebody slip through on the left side and give a little bit of pressure to Dooley, but still phenomenal job keeping his eyes downfield, staying patient in the pocket. Still able to get a couple out of it, which in a game like this, 1-2 yards of play, not so bad on a first down.
So handoff Witherspoon up to the 40-yard line before he is pushed back. Bellamy and Phipps in on the stop for Morningside. We'll bring up our first 3rd down of the game. It'll be 3rd and about 4 for Benedictine. And this is kind of that no man's land you're in right now. Maybe you run it here, set up a short 4th down, but I feel like I've seen Joel Osborne coach for 4 years. I feel like regardless of what happens here, I think Benedictine is going to go for it.
Yeah, it's one of those situations too close to punt, maybe a little too far to kick unless you've got an absolute boot.
And there is Cameron Dover over the middle, and he will have just enough for the first down. Cameron Dover, the junior out of Los Angeles, California, makes the first down catch.
He only had 8 catches last year, did have a touchdown on his stat line, but like we said, we're going to see a whole lot of use from everybody, especially in this first game for Coach Osborne.
Dooley, quick hitter again to Dover across the 30 up to the 29. He will pick up 7.
The offensive momentum right now for the Ravens, you can kind of tell Morningside's defense is back on their heels just a little bit. You're starting to see BC kind of slow down their offensive pace on this set of downs. But those first 2 plays after they move the sticks have been pretty quick just to keep the momentum rolling in their favor.
And they're going to get an offside. Free play here for Dooley. He's going to chuck it up, looking for Zimmerman. Harriman on the coverage. He had Titan Osborne wide open on the far side of the field, but it was a free play. This will result in a first down for the Ravens.
Yeah, with the free play, I mean, why not?
Offside, defense, number 90, 5 yards, real yardage, first down.
Tael Lowe caught for offsides. That will move the sticks for Benedictine up to the Morningside 24.
That could prove to be a pretty costly penalty later on in the game, giving him a free shot. Granted, still a second down and short situation, but a team in an offense like the Ravens, not often are they going to fumble an opportunity taking advantage of a mistake.
And some miscommunication there between Lagafuaina and Dooley. Lagafuaina cut in. Dooley thought he was cutting out. And nobody home. The first incompletion of the game for Jackson Dooley.
And that's where I think you're going to see a little bit of growing pain, losing those 2 big targets from last season. Granted, you've had a few weeks to kind of iron out your communication and that chemistry, but you're still early in the season going to see some of those miscues.
Handoff, Ugorgi breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Benedictine. Xavier Ugorgi from 24 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first. The senior from Menifee, California.
Just a perfect run. Great setup on the incompletion. You bounce back with a handoff to the guy on your way here from Larry Wilcox Stadium. It's Raven football on BRSN. Colin Eccles on the mic for you today. Second down and long for the Ravens. Launching it downfield is Dooley. Wide open with the grab. And 6 for the Ravens is Cameron Dover. What a way to start the second quarter for Benedictine. Massive 6 to make it 14-13. I wasn't sure exactly how Cameron Dover got that free on the far side of the field, but he was well beyond 5 yards away from anybody. And Dooley, with that downfield vision, able to drop a dime into the bucket. And the extra point is good, too. We're tied at 14 in the UEN Clash of the Week.
33-yard line. That is where the Ravens will start their first drive of the second half as Jackson Dooley and company come back on the field.
We've seen good starting field position on both of the opening opportunities in this third quarter. The Ravens with a little bit better. They'll start from the 30. This is answer time, though. How do you reestablish some of that momentum that you picked up at the end of the first half if you're Benedictine?
Quick out to Osborne. He breaks a tackle. Titan Osborne down the far sideline, and he is going to take it to the house. Titan Osborne, 70 yards. And just like that, the Ravens answer right back. And the redshirt freshman makes a big-time play. as Dooley threw that 5 yards, and then Titan Osborne did the rest.
Well, that's how you reestablish your momentum from the the end of the second quarter. You dump it off to a freshman, and you just let him roll. Osborne with a burst of speed after slipping through that first initial contact with the defender, and nothing but green turf in front of him. And these two teams trading blows already here in the third quarter. And this is why this is the matchup of the week on the Urban Edge Network. I mean, look at what you got in front of you. Number 3 visiting number 4, both making big impact plays.
There you see it, just a quick out to Osborne, and he just outran everyone.
It's another thing that we, tipped at a little bit in pregame is head coach Joel Osborne loves to get some of these young freshmen in, get their feet wet, and just see, who's going to be a guy that I can rely on, maybe not necessarily in the starting lineup, but rely on as a second or third option coming off the sideline, and maybe he works his way up into the starting lineup at some point. We've seen that already today.
Being tended to by the Director of Sports Medicine here at Benedictine College, Patrick Hodap.
You and I were talking about that, but we talk about a lot of things before the game, and, working in broadcasting. Our schedules are never set in stone, and they're kind of wild. They change all the time. But the athletic trainers, they might have the roughest schedule out there for an athletic department. I mean, here at the crack of dawn, here well late into the night, they're working hard all the time, and sometimes they don't get the credit they necessarily deserve.
Zimmerman in motion, Dooley rolling. It'll go off the hands of Zimmerman and out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Ravens.
And this is a big 3rd and 6 for the Ravens offense. Within the 10-yard line, so you're well within striking distance, although you could argue that anywhere on your offensive side of about the 40 of your defensive side is well within striking distance the way this game has been going. I mean, we saw a 70-yarder earlier. It's pretty much anywhere is in striking distance right now, but you are well within arm's reach of being able to punch it across the goal line.
The Ravens on about in between the 9 and the 8. They are going to need the 2. Dooley to throw. Has time. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Benedictine. Joseph Lagofuaina with his first touchdown catch of the year and the 3rd passing TD of the day for Jackson Dooley.
Doesn't get a whole lot better than that. That's going to take Dooley up to around the 230-yard mark on the day with his passing yards. Like you said, the 3rd touchdown of the day. Lagofuaina, 3 different receivers as well to take those into the end zone. And talk about threading the needle, too, on that throw. Man.
Under pressure. We're going to get another look at it here in just a moment. But Dooley, just spectacular.
And a great job by that offensive front, too, to give him just enough time.
And you saw Lagofuaina flash right across your screen. And there was a Tupper was waving incomplete. It looked like he caught that pretty clean. So Lagofuaina with the touchdown. And back and forth we go again.
But pretty much from here on out, if you don't pick up a first down, you've got to go for it.
3rd and 7. Dooley to throw. Under pressure, finds Dover. He's going to be tackled short of the first down marker. Up to the 29. It's going to be 4th and 3. The Ravens will have to snap the ball before the 2-minute timeout, and they are going to the line quickly.
4th and 3, such a tough scenario for offenses.
Dooley gets it quick. Incomplete, and they get the flag. Atupra was a little early. And that is going to be, this is a big call.
Oh, my goodness.
I did think he was there early.
I agree. The hit did look like it came in Not too early.
Pass interference, defense, number 6. That penalty for spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
It didn't look like the penalty came in super early, but just enough to make a difference. What a rocket of a throw, though, and that's where you're going to see kind of some of that inexperience come back to bite Tupra a little bit. Gets too antsy, sees the ball coming towards him, thinks, oh my gosh, I have the chance to make the play of the game.
Handoff, Ugorji keeps his feet moving, getting a push from that offensive line across the 40. He'll pick up 5, and we'll see if the Ravens will try to get another play off before the 2-minute timeout.
They're moving back quick.
They're making some substitutions, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get organized before the 2-minute timeout. Saharsky gets in position, and they got the snap off just in time. Witherspoon up near the 45. We'll see where they mark it. We're going to get the 2-minute timeout right here with 1 minute and 56 to go. They are going to move the chains. It'll be first down, Benedictine, when we come out of the 2-minute timeout.
And realize where he's at on the field to avoid the penalty.
Dooley caught by Jackson, and he'll go out of bounds into Morningside territory at the 47. It will be 3rd and 2. Ravens do have 2 timeouts, but Jackson gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's a very smart decision by LeBron Jackson.
Because now you can run it here if you want to, if you're Benedictine. And they'll give to, no, Dooley keeps it himself and gets the first down. The read option, and Jackson Dooley converts a big 3rd down for the Ravens, and they keep it moving.
This is where you love to have Jackson Dooley running your offense out of the backfield. He's so smart with his decision-making.
Dooley, Jackson is open, makes the catch inside the 25. LeBron Jackson.
Born with an arm and no fear. From Lawrence High, he shifted gear. Precise passes to stars like Neil. A quarterback with nerves of steel. Oh, Jackson's right, bold and bright. A legend carved in red, black, and white. From high school wins to college, thrown on a hero's path. He never alone.
They do have 2 timeouts left. You can kind of.
You got to understand, though, why, too. Because even if you leave 60 seconds on the clock for Morningside, that's enough for them to get a few plays.
They have all 3 of their timeouts looking for Jackson. He makes the catch. Pushed out of bounds by Landry Phipps. 9-yard gain for LeBron Jackson. And the senior coming up big late in the game. He's been the favorite target of Jackson Dooley here on this drive. That is the 3rd straight catch for LeBron Jackson. And he's going to get a well-earned breather. Trying to pump up the crowd.
He led his team across
2nd and a yard from the 15.
Jackson knows what it takes.
With wisdom deep and spirit strong,
great
a man
understanding of the
complete
game. There's
where
a big
he
handoff.
Ugorji inside the 5, down to the 4.
Never lost as a master plan. We're
Trying to make substitutions.
so proud of you, boy. That time flew, but remember,
inside 25 seconds.
we always have your back.
Ugorji motions out. Dooley keeps it himself. Touchdown, Benedictine! Jackson Dooley from 2 yards out, and the Ravens take the lead.
Jackson, thrilling win against Morningside today. 3:30 left on the clock, game-winning drive, capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run by yourself. What was the key to that last drive?
The key, it starts with the defense getting a stop. We couldn't get it going with like 6 minutes left. They got us the ball back, and we were able to get something going, some big plays on 4th and 3rd and short, and propelled us to the win.
It may be crazy to think about right now, right after the game, but another big one coming up next week. What does the team need to do to kind of move past this and get ready for Grandview?
Yeah, it's going to be good to watch the film. We weren't perfect by any means. So working on that, getting better, and then watching the film and getting ready for a pretty much perfect opponent.
All right, thanks, Jackson.
It took fewer than 30 games for the Lawrence graduate Jackson Dooley to break nearly every passing record in the Benedictine Ravens record book. But that wasn't the focus early on for the senior quarterback.
Expectations were to come to a school that I love and get a degree and hopefully win some football games.
29 starts in his career, Dooley owns the record for career passing yards in a season, and touchdown passes in a season.
Pretty cool. I probably don't realize how cool it is right now. But just having some guys ahead of me and a lot of older guys that I've become good friends with, having them show the way and just trying to create my own path and do my own thing, and I think it's working.
Dooley made his way to Atchison in 2021 as part of Joel Osborne's first recruiting class at Benedictine. Osborne said the relationship blossomed right away.
A lot of trust in his high school coach, Steve Rampy. I had coached against Steve when he was OC at Pitt State, and then he took over Lawrence High when I was recruiting for Northwest in Lawrence. And when I got the job, he called, congratulated me, and we started talking about offensive football, and he said, well, you should recruit my quarterback. And he was spot on. I mean, guys came in and just been a sponge. Developed a relationship really quickly with him. I can relate to him because I was a coach's kid as well. My dad was a basketball coach, just like his dad's a basketball coach. So, and he responds well to people getting after him and holding him accountable, and he's really just a joy to coach.
The fifth-year head coach said Dooley's ability to understand the offense and read defenses has allowed them to grow offensively.
Developed the offense even more since his sophomore year. We're a lot more complex with what we're doing, a lot more pre-snap, post-snap reads, giving really more keys to the car, and he's had tremendous growth. So it's allowed us to really spread the ball around even more, which has been great. It makes us harder to stop.
Dooley spoke about how the game has changed for him in his 3 years as a starter.
When you get your feet under you, when you first start playing your first year in college, you realize you haven't played a football game in a long time, and you just start to realize what a lot of teams are going to try to do to some of the guys you have. And I wouldn't say slows down because the game's always going pretty fast, but you learn quickly that the game moves fast and you got to pace yourself so you can keep going.
The offense hasn't missed a step in 2025, averaging 40 points per game despite the team fielding some new faces throughout the offense.
Jackson's first 2 years, he had 2 All-American wide receivers and an All-American tight end, Reed Levi. And then you take those guys out of the picture and he's still able to be productive. And, we've had other guys step up like Tanner Zimmerman, Joseph Lagaflina. You're starting to see LeBron Jackson. You're seeing Titan Osborne, a redshirt freshman. So, he's been able to elevate his play while we've, put new players in the roles they've been in. So it's been really good to see.
From Lawrence lies to Atchison skies, he grew with faith and fire in his eyes. A quarterback's heart, a leader's way, guiding his team day by day. Oh, Jackson Dooley, our pride, our flame, the best of us carries your name. You've shown the world what roots can do, a dream fulfilled and a heart so true. Through long nights.
Sorry for stopping us here. How did this guy get this girl? Truly one of nature's mysteries. I mean, look at this. And look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm old and don't have a shot anyway. So congratulations, Dooley family. And Jackson Dooley, you're one heck of an athlete. But I hear you're just the tip of the spear. Okay, back to...
And roaring stands, he led with calm and steady hands. Records fell, yeah, he stayed kind, always humble with a sharp mind. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but never forget what you can do. With Pops nearby and Joey in tow, family beside him wherever he goes. The boy who once ran through our yards now writes his chapter among the stars. From high school fights to college fame, you honored the field and honored the game. And one thing's for sure, you honored our name, not for the stats or the glory or fame. Always ready to answer the call, but the way you have lifted us all. Oh, Jackson Dooley, our endless pride, from everyone's love, you still abide. A man of purpose, a life begun, forever ours, everyone's son. Go shine, go lead, the world's in view. We're all behind you, proud and true, the boy we all raised, the man you become. Forever loved, everyone's son.
In the arena of life, as on the field, greatness isn't given, it's taken, one fearless throw at a time. Jackson Dooley, the Raven-hearted quarterback from Lawrence, Kansas, shattered records with over 4,000 yards in a season, 39 touchdowns raining down like thunder, etching his name as Benedictine's all-time passing king. Hart South Offensive Player of the Year, NAIA All-American, leader of champions guiding the Ravens to conference glory and deep into the national semifinal, not once, but twice. He proved that true leaders don't just play the game, they rewrite it. Through storms of doubt, late game drives, and unrelenting pursuit, he showed us resilience forges legends. So whatever field you step onto, throw deep, fight harder, rise when it matters most. Because the wild heart that conquered the gridiron beats in you too. Dream big, lead boldly. The mystery of greatness awaits. This is Jackson Dooley's story. And now, it's yours to continue.
Born with an arm and no fear. From Lawrence High, he shifted gears. Precise passes to stars like Neil. A quarterback with nerves of steel. Oh, Jackson's rise, bold and bright. A legend carved in red, black and white. From high school wins to college strong, our heroes path is never alone. On Atchison's fields, the Ravens soar. Over 9,000 yards he poured. Oh, touchdowns raining, records broke. Oh, a Hart South MVP to the words he spoke. Oh, back to Final Four, All-American forevermore. At 24 and 25, so great. He led his team across the land with wisdom deep and spirit strong. A man complete where he belongs. The boy we knew, now a man. Never lost, has a messed up plan. Oh, we're all so out of you, boy, that time flew. But remember, Jack, we always had your back.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.